Good day, everyone. Hope you're all doing well, especially the people in LA who are experiencing quite a bit of mayhem. It's just wild what's going on. There's a million videos on YouTube about it, of course. Everyone and their dog has made a video about the LA riots, and I'm not doing this one to jump on the bandwagon because I could do that every day. There's a common theme on YouTube, and if you jump on it, you'll even get more views because I'm talking about that thing, but I don't generally do that. I don't care about views. I really don't. But I have to talk about this one because there's something that most people are completely missing, not even considering it. And it's the main thing people should be realizing. These riots, these people running around, smashing things, throwing Molotov cocktails, doing some very horrific things to innocent people, I will add. Innocent business owners are just getting their places destroyed. They've done nothing. Some of them are immigrants. Some of the people suffering because of this mayhem are immigrants. Exactly like the George Floyd protests. This was for Black Lives Matter. Well, they were destroying businesses owned by black people. How is that something that Black Lives Matter should be doing? Black Lives Matter, but their businesses don't, I guess. This is what is really making me angry about it. These things are funded by rent-a-mobs. They're done by rent-a-mobs. Most of the people going around doing that are paid. They're paid thugs. The whole thing is being funded by George Soros, by ACTBLUE. So George Soros has Open Society. He's got more money than, as they say, more money than God, basically. ACTBLUE, which if you donate to the Democrats, ACTBLUE is how they funnel it through, and it's a money laundering operation is what it is. ACTBLUE and China. China is sitting back going, watch LA burn. That is who is responsible for this. Most of the people out there doing that don't give a shit about immigrants, don't give a shit about none of it. Somebody paid them to go out there and wreak havoc. And they were told, don't worry, we got the DAs in our back pocket too. If you get arrested, just like in George Floyd, we'll get you off. Nobody's even considering that. Everybody thinks this is a homegrown kind of riot. It never is. It never is. I made a video probably last week about this very thing. Rent-a-mobs. That's what they call it. What do they call it? Some about crowds. I forget the name of the company. There's literally a company. You can hire these thugs. They will go, and not only can you hire the thugs, George Soros drops big pallets of cinder blocks and stuff. I mean, think about that. Forklift dropping a big pallet of cinder blocks in the center of that. And now they're taking hammers and breaking apart the cinder blocks into throwable pieces. How would you like to get hit in the side of the head with a cinder block? I just watched a video of a woman she's just this little blonde girl, and she's laying on the street. She got hit in the side of the head with a cinder block. Blood gushing out of her, and she's bawling her eyes out. She's in bad shape. How does this help anything? How does it help anything? And of course, Mr. Gavin Newscomb, they call him. I understand why they call him that. And Karen Bass. That thing. They're totally on the side of the thugs going around doing this. Spraying graffiti all over every business in sight. How does this help the immigrants? A lot of them are immigrants. Again, it's the immigrants, especially legal ones, who came here the right way, or went to the States, not here, but came into the States the right way, started businesses. They own corner stores. They own whatever they own. It's a brick and mortar business. And these thugs destroying, breaking their windows. How is that sensible? How is that sensible? Destroying the community that everybody lives in. Now, and people bringing their kids to this. Take your kids to a fireworks display on the 4th of July so you can be nice and safe with your child, right? Your child can be safe. Don't take your child to a riot. I can't believe it has to be said. Don't take your children to a freaking riot. It's not a protest. This is the other thing. Everybody by now knows that during George Floyd, CNN made buffoons out of themselves. Here's a reporter standing over his microphone. Yeah, the protests are fiery, but mostly peaceful. And there's buildings burning everywhere. They set fire to the police station. People are throwing rocks through windows. It's mostly peaceful, but it's a little fiery. A little fiery. They're doing the same thing again. Mostly peaceful. These people want their voices to be heard. How could you even hear voices over the sound of screams and glass breaking and guns, and they're literally shooting fireworks at the police? Okay? I'm not one of these, I back the blue and all this. No, we unfortunately need cops. That's been proven. We didn't have cops, things would get way worse. Okay, they tried defunding the police in a few places. How'd that go? Crime shot through the roof. People were scared to leave their homes. So that's where it goes. Mankind is a violent animal. Okay, that's just a fact. And if you don't have something to counter that, it will get completely out of control. It's how the Dark Ages happened, where, people went out and killed 12, 15 people a day just for fun. That's where it goes. Say what you want about Christianity, but Christianity is one of the things that brought some morality into the world and stopped a lot of that stuff. But them saying that it's mostly peaceful and backing these people, they're thugs. They're complete thugs. They're not targeting their anger at the proper people who are responsible for what they're complaining about, because they're paid by George Soros through the Open Society organization, ACTBLUE, which everybody who supports Democrats and gives money, that's where it goes, or China. China is just sitting back, loving every minute of what they're seeing. They're trying to destroy the states. That's what it is. I made another video about the great regret that's coming. Once you destroy the last real beacon of freedom in the world, the whole world is a communist shithole. It won't be just, I won't even be saying in my videos, coming to you from the communist shithole called Ontario, Canada. The whole world will be a communist shithole because they're destroying the last beacon of freedom, America. That's what holds up the whole free world, is the United States of America. When that falls, everything falls. China takes over. The Muslims are in there too. They want to take over. They want Sharia law straight across the world. I think China and the Muslims are going to have it out. There's going to be a war between them once, if they successfully destroy America, then it'll be between China and the Muslims. Who's going to win that? I can't even believe it. The misguided violence. It's they're not even attacking people who had anything to do with anything. They're just attacking everything in sight. That's because that's what they're paid to do. They've been paid to go in there, wreak havoc, cause a problem for the Trump administration, and just destroy everything in sight that you see. Doesn't matter who it is, throw a rock at them. Doesn't matter if it's just an innocent person's car, set it on fire. people are going to die. I think it's very, very unlikely that no one will die from this. It's a wicked riot now. I don't normally support, the idea of martial law and bringing in the National Guard and the troops, but they're not going to have a choice. Imagine living in if you probably, I'm not sure if there's anybody watching this from LA, but imagine if you lived in LA and you need to go to the store. You look outside, you know what, I think I'll do without the bread and milk today. No, not going with that. And people taking their kids to it. Oh, you stupid people. And you'll be the first one to complain when your child gets injured or is dead. Don't take your kids to riots. Can't believe I got to say that. But I saw it now. I bet you I saw 5 different videos where there's severe violence going on, rubber bullets being fired, and people got their little kids with them. What are they doing? What are they doing? It's bad enough that women are taking their babies into Parliament and they're on there like they're standing up and they're talking while they're feeding their baby. This is to make a statement, of course. That's bad enough. But if your job is going to riots, throwing Molotov cocktails and get a babysitter. Get a babysitter. Don't take your kid to a riot. Wow. That's hard to believe that people have to be told that. But as you watch it all burn, folks, remember, all funded, all paid for. Billionaires want to take all the mayhem they can find and spread it around the states. That's what's happening in LA, because that's a major, major city. And New York is another place where all the crap is happening. They need those 2 places to fall. Absolutely. They're not gaining popularity with their own supporters now. A lot of people have had enough. It's like, this is what the Democrats are bringing. This is what, just more and more and more violence. Pointless violence, burning down the property of innocent people who they have no beef with at all. What are those people supposed to do now? A lot of them have no business left. Now they're going to be starving on the street. Good work, guys. That's good work. Be careful what you support out there and find out who's funding it before you go rah-rah for it.